Alright, we should be live. Hello, people. Hello, people. Have I really fell off that hard? Damn. Well, anyway, as I was saying, hello people, welcome to My Kart World, and its first year anniversary! So I'm gonna hold up a game. This game has such a big map, and it's literally an open world racing game. I mean, let's be real. How many open world racing games can you think of? I mean, do you know exist? 2. I own the My Kart World, and there's a second one. I can't think off the top of my head, but it probably exists somewhere out there. Maybe there's more than that. But I'll give credit when credit's due. So, I did make some complicated rules for this, and it's been a while since I've done a stream like this, so let's give it a go. I know I did in advance put some rules in here, so yeah. Here's what I wrote down. Unlike previous My Kart games, My Kart World was designed to connect all the tracks together. I mean, while My Kart Double Dash does have that as lore, this game takes it a step further and actually has you travel everywhere. It's an open world racing game. I will initiate the idea for this challenge, and I'll use routes found in versus races rather than the Grand Prix Cups. That way we're making use of all the different combinations, instead of limiting ourselves to the standard 32. Versus races will be held in batches of 3. The starting track of the batch will be decided by chat. Second track must be connected to the first track, and the third track must be connected to the second. Instead of the objective simply being land first, the objective can be determined from a wheel out of the following. Finishing in first place is finishing with 20 coins, or sabotaging a rival. Which I can handle that right now. Okay, seriously, where is anyone? I digress. Keep things going. So whenever I feel necessary, I can just spin the wheel. Which has its work set out. The check's still jumbled up, but trust me about what they The yellow means finishing first. The yellow means collect 20 coins. The blue means finishing first, and red means sabotage rivals. Huh. Sorry, it's been a while. Okay, seriously, where is anyone? Does nobody watch this channel anymore? Well, anyway, I made a backup in case this happens, and we'll just go with what we've got. Chad is unable to decide. Random number from 1 to 28 will be decided. Let's do that. Also going to start with all M's off. Actually, you know what? There's a couple other things I forgot to set up. Or did I forget to open the poll? Oh, I forgot. You know what? I didn't realize. That's what happened. Sorry about that. Do a little more time to see if anyone shows up. First time I've been doing a poll, so it takes some time to get adjusted to this. Sorry about that. And yeah, that will exist, in case it starts. Anyway, the dice first land on DK Spaceport, so let's give that a go. There we go. And you see, the objective was to put 20 coins, which I did forget to write down. It's been a while. So yeah, at that point, you basically choose what comes next. So yeah, let me make a couple adjustments. And get started. Well, let's spin the wheel. That'll do something. Alright, there we go. I'll still look at a random number generator and decide where to go. This is the first one. Whistle Stop Summit. You know, I just realized, I don't think I've done the the Whistle Stop to DK spaceport. I realized the first time doing it the other way around. I don't think we go up this path, normally. Huh. And that's another win. And yeah. That's whistle stop cleared. Alright, you know what? Let's go for Desert Hills. That's next, and we can clear off some of that space. Wait, I just realized I forgot to spin the wheel. What's our objective? Finish first again. Alright. Ah, hello, CPU. Finally get someone. Well, I may have turned off that command, but I can bring it back. Once the command loads up. Let me find it. There we go. Okay, try again. Even though the invert color doesn't do anything significant, still can be funny. There we go. Actually, that also reminds me of something else I might want to show you. In inverted colors. Look at Robotic in this nice scenic environment. Doesn't look cool?
We have a baby. It's so cute. Do you think it's a boy or a girl? It's a boy. Would you look at that? Our baby was born with face paint. Now, I'm no doctor, but that's probably normal. We like the name Noel. What do you think?
So yeah, this happened when I was checking on Tomodachi Life, actually.
Oh, Noel.
Before I announced the stream. So yeah, this happened.
Oh, Noel.
He spoke.
Oh, yeah. Ah. Okay, actually, that is really fitting, man. You know, seeing this in inverted colors is feeling suddenly so suspicious. And for the wrong reason completely. Are we done? And that was a flashback. So he did move in. I can show you after this round what further details. The thing that that looked weirdest in that montage is now that suddenly reminded me of blackface. Don't ask me why, but it did. Oh, and that was a track. That was fast. And that's 3 cleared. If I'll take a pause and go back to my Dutch class to show you how I've updated the island, I've actually made a couple of different renovations, which I might go deeper into detail, or if I go for a deeper dive. But now I'm entering the phase where I'm trying to turn the island into my own image. Even though I'm still up for grabs for, farming. Okay, this place looks so odd and inverted. Anyway, I basically expanded the lava area and add a second restaurant. And also, Nasrums will be happy to see that I finally added the Hollow Knight. Made him into a statue, but still there, you can still see his shadow overhanging. Actually, he looks kind of cool inverted. Actually, he looks like the real deal, almost. And yeah, here's the restaurant. And I was really inspired by the volcanoes in Breath of the Wild, the Goron region, which is where I've sculpted this background. When it's not inverted, it'll look different, trust me. And also, I add the central area. Now I got a bunch of different spotlights where people can interact in. And put a bit of a park in the center. Okay, let's go back to Mario Kart. So chat, any ideas where we should go next? No commands have been added. I'll do a 50cc this time. Slow things down a bit more. Let's see, this time I rolled 8. Actually, what? We'll include the full deal. Alright, 27. That's Toad's factory. Let's start here. Okay, mushroom is cyan, that means it's red. Coin shell. And I forgot to spin the wheel again. What is happening with me? Hold up. Again, finish first. Green shell. Keeping that mushroom there in case a blue shell comes my way. Cows! Yeah. Well, that's fine. I'm still doing well. I'm first. Okay, that could be a problem. No, I was barely squished. But I'm still doing well. I'm first. It's a bit weird for me to say that I missed the punishments that Mario Kart Wii delivered. It might just be me. Anyway, so don't forget, let me spin the wheel now! And finish first again. Whoop-de-doo. Well, that clears Toad's factory. Let's go on to the next one. Let's visit Mario Bros. Circuit. See if I can continue clearing out the West Coast. Coin shell. No, I just realized I forgot to turn off items. Oh well. Everything's on, so it's almost like nothing's on. So it's not like anyone's gonna care. Because if they did, they'd speak up. Wait, hold up. Oh, I want this! That week. Still, I enjoyed the ride. I'm glad I packed myself. Look at that nice shell in pure and brick colors. Definitely tells a different story. Well, I just realized something. Is this the back? I think we're going backwards. Pretty well, right? Oh. That's an instant coin explosion. Alright, you golden penguin. Time for you to get put away. I mean, I'm probably gonna have another new rule as well. If nobody's watching, I make the rules. That'd be too cheap. Maybe just turning off the invert color should do it. Anyway, time to spin the wheel again. And it's still blue. I'll finish off this wing. Wait, we got an item truck. Camel Crossing. Oh, no. Come on. We're still up ahead. We still have a good lead. This is fine. We win. Alright, you know what? Normally I'm going to do the food race, but I'm gonna try a mirror race. Turn everything off. And let's spin that wheel again. Ah, finally! Sabotage arrival! And what track we can go for? We got 28. So it sounds like we're doing Bowser's Castle. Wait, this is allowed? Oh my god, that hurt, that messed with my head. I'm so used to entering this loop through the left side, not the right. Alright, let's try the left side. Wait a second, I just realized the goal was to sabotage a rival, not get first place. Yeah, I just screwed myself up. I wonder how that could even be possible without any items. Well, because I got carried away, that cannot count. Since the goal was to sabotage rival. Which, admittedly, is impossible without any items. So yeah, this is not getting filled in. Alright, this one's finished first. Down the mountain we go. Gonna mess with my head. It feels kind of different seeing the game like this. And yes, that's the power of mirror mode. Feels different. Then again, it should. Oh, shoot. Okay. Yep, I'm feeling the difficulty. I mean, I maybe should be looking at the mini-map more to look at it. Instead of mirror map. Well, at least got Airship Fortress. Let's go for Wario Stadium. That could be played. And that would be really cool if that didn't blow me off the map. Also, wait, I need a new objective. And it's Sabotage Rival. Well, I should make my target Wario. Although, not focus on how I can do that. I don't have any items, so this makes things hard. I can't break him. I don't think this is possible at all. And I can beat him, but I can't sabotage him on these conditions. Yeah, I can't do anything. I'm just stuck. Oh, that's what happens. I mean, I got 45 again. So that's something, right? Let's roll the wheels again. See what we land on. Alright, 20 coins. And I did just the random wheels since I'm gonna have more reliance on that right now. And vote for 16. Let's keep the mirror and I'll put on frantic items. We vote for 16, which would land us in Mario Circuit. Hello, Nathan. Welcome back. But the numbers are now inverted too. It's going to trip me. Regardless, the objective remains. 20 coins. Wait 1 second. There's something I gotta do. You can drop the computer. How have you been? I got the quickest. Hold on. Chat's been kind of censored. The quickest me crush on my island. Sweet. Oh no. Fair enough. Fair enough. Actually, from a bit ago, I was showing some updates to my island, which actually I've been making some renovations to liven up that place. Oh yeah, also, Chris CPU had a baby. And the crazy thing is, his name was Noel. Anyway, we got 20 coins. Father. Oh, Super GK guy. Wow, Rattle Thing. I remember that name. How you been, man? Also, yeah, make stuff comfy. Dropping a couple stars to get you boosted up as well. There you go. Let me do these personally. Make stuff cozy. There we go. So this is a technically a chat tech stream, and I'm making the road kind of deep. So basically, if you check the Google Sheet track list and description, it's like I'm playing bingo with the map. I'm going for a full blackout. Basically, each track has an objective. One of the three. Which, actually, these are very illegible. So let me make them more readable. I'm so sorry. I do not know why these are so illegible, but they are. Maybe this will do something about it? Nope, nope, nope. Excuse me, I'm trying to adjust this. Trying to make it legible, if by all possible. Yeah, that doesn't really help. But, yeah. Yellow means I've got to finish the race with 20 coins. If I get 19 or less coins, by the time I cross the finish line, I lose. Doesn't matter what place I get, I must come in with 20 coins. Sure. PR 200 basically rewards you points by staying on streams. Actually, this chat tech is something I kind of crafted up today. So the rules are completely new. And actually, only a few of them. So yeah, if you actually check the description, you also get a quick hotline for all the commands that I'm showing the stream. With a brief description of what they do. The links also give you a little more details and subtext in case needed. Alright, there we go, we got our 20. So yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to let me know. Or ask me. The black badge. Ooh. That represents what type of stream this is. Good question. I guess you could say that, even though I haven't created any new special scripts. So it's not like the game chat text-to-speech. These are more manually crafted instead of the automation you might be expecting. Shoot, did I screw up? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Like I said, it's manual. More precisely. How am I trying to say it? They fixed script, they fixed dialogues to the machine, but now that I read it, Philbot, I do know Philbot has that Waddle Dee with the talking text to speech. I could figure out how to get that working. Anyway, that was Dragon's Burnout, and I cleared that objective. I remember them too. I heard that there's a big run coming up in a couple weeks. I can't wait for 2 days. Maybe have a big run on the 16th? Or 14th? I heard there's one around then. So it might be something to look out for. It's a Switch talking. That doesn't make any sense. No offense. Alright, let me try Bowser's Castle again. Ooh, interesting. I'm curious why that was the... Oh, you mean the huge big run? Yeah, that was fun. I was wondering if you meant the one before that, but that makes sense. The big run was epic. It'll be great to see that come back. Anyway, let's spin that wheel. Also, it's past 9 o'clock. Oh yeah, that's gotta be a good cling. Alright, 20 coins. Okay, how to sabotage? Basically, if you just type the command, you see in the description, I'll basically react to it. I don't have, I'm basically, to maintain integrity, basically, I do it myself instead of modding the Switch to, command it. So basically, play it. But again, back then they did the same thing. Okay, to be a little more coherent with what I'm saying here. Basically, if you type something, I'll basically play by the rules. Like a lot of cheapskates out there who might do anything to win. I'll play fair. Of course, each spell has their own rules. Alright, you did cast a boat spell. Alright, we're getting somewhere. That's cheap. Type a number after the boat. from 0 to 27. That'll basically enable or disable an item. Yup, we'll come from a nap in 87 degrees. That's hardcore. Alright. You just put this switch down. Them points come up fast. And Bowser's Castle is officially cleared. Okay, I want to show you non-inverted in my island. Especially if you're still watching Shinasarums. Also, I like the motion controls. So I want to take a small pause and show the Tomodachi Island. Just for reference. I do not have a text dialogue for motion controls, but if I were doing something up, like if I were to do freeze, this only lasts for cooldowns for only 4 minutes, so you'll hear Mario's voice. You know what? This is going to sound silly. I forgot to turn on the audio. Anyway, I expanded the volcano section and added a second Tamori restaurant. Another thing, I also added the Hollow Knight. Kind of reimagined, but now he's finally here, soaking in the hot bath. He also made a couple edits to my city. Including this light district. And rearranged some of the place. So here we have it. Big still looks junky, but yeah, I want to make the center look more of a city, and I'm trying to make a bit of a park area here. So yeah, sometimes during my free time, I just enjoy and relax in this place, which is really starting to feel like a civilization. And as you can see, here is Crazy and Naruto's CPU. Crazy CPUs and Naruto's child. Okay, back to Mario Kart World. So yeah, I'm continuing to keep an eye on my island and make it more alive. I also got a recent celebration. I remember playing the original Tomodachi Life in 2017 having so much fun. Yeah, and I'm having a lot more fun with this one. Oh, yeah. Fun fact, actually, now that you mention it. Because they took off censorship, which I love that they did that. Not for the wrong reasons, just so we're clear. For the right reasons. You can't upload any screenshots from this game onto your smart device. They strictly forbid it. Yeah. For better or for worse. Anyway. Let me roll the random dice generator. Oh yeah, I'm perfectly okay with you doing that. In fact, I think I actually did some friend clearings last summer. So yeah, by all means, totally. Okay, if I forgot the voting poll, well, then you have got to be kidding me. And don't forget, oh yes, that's true, you did use the motion command. I'll give you that much. Okay, also thank you for contributing the experiment NASA rooms. It's the first time I'm doing this, so I'm still learning how this works. I will also state the item numbers in the form in the description. Also represent the pairings for what item numbers are associated with what. Which I believe are the same order shown here. With 0 being the first, with this being 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait, did I not count? Sorry, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, of course. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Go and turn that off. I'm gonna have to really scroll through each of them. Okay, so we got the green shell and blue shell. Oh boy. Alright, what track shall we do? And request chat. You just voted for 19. Anyway, chat, any requests? And don't worry, I didn't forget about the motion controls. I'll get that set the first chance I get. Alright, that's fine. Alright. I'm getting a reach back, so I'll do the random generation, which I rolled Choco Mountain. Let's do this. So controls are on. Wait, hold on. I just realized I keep forgetting to check the objective for this. The objective is to get first place. Whew. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh no, I've been chocolate! I've turned into chocolate. It's all chocolate. It reminds me of a certain Kirby Abridged video. That was pretty goofy. But man, it was funny, and it was all about chocolate. Even though there is no chocolate in Kirby. Except for that one episode. Yep. And the sweet thing about the Switch too is that whenever I get a friend request, I can just do this. It's super fast, super convenient, and super efficient. It's almost like they designed it to act like someone at Nintendo watched my stream and did this out of convenience. I gotta thank them if that's the case. Oh my god, get first is going to be hell! Oh, no. You know what? I'm fine right now. Maybe I should wait a little. There we go. Ah, darn it. I don't know what's worse than the blue shell at this rate. I mean, there are the lines, so what's this blue shell? Which I kind of use at the last moment. Oh shoot. Actually, that blue shell kind of helped me get back in place. Cool enough. Thanks for stopping by, BK guy. It's nice seeing you in. That reminds me, there's an Emerald Rush coming on Tuesday. I can't wait for that. The last one went so well. Oh my god, there's it's like, he's no longer in third Nintendo. The blue shells are meant to go after first place. Oh, no. No! Oh god. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! That does not count. Bye, just bye. That's what my friend says when he's mad at me and he's gonna lose. Sorry about that. Vote shock. In case you're curious, you have to type in the number. Which, that would be number 16. Or was it 26? Whatever. You just type in random number, for all I know. What's the worst that can happen? You know what? I have to Crown City twice, so I'm going to target that next. Let's spin the wheel. See what my goal is. 20 coins! I think gun shot first. Well, anyway, it seems that Nastrum's last vote is not going to count. Where is it? Yeah, I didn't even say the item correct properly. Times correct name. Oh, Ribbon Road. Now, I like how you can see the name of the track on the top left, the top right. That's really nice. I like that. Oh god, I'm in first. No! Maybe being in first may not be a good idea. There you go, I got my 20 coins. Don't be smart about this. Since being in the front is going to get you nuked, I gotta be patient here. It's like it's actually forcing me to be patient. Something you should never have to feel when you play this game. Oh, it's just fun and hilarious. It's forced patience in Mario Kart. No! You gotta be kidding me. It's 2 minutes. Oh yeah! Woo! Alright. Let's see, I guess I can go for Timber to the Beach now. We'll try going back to Choco Mountain. Ah, Sabotage. And my goal is to make sure the Piranha Plant gets at least 13th place. Or worse. Even though I'm starting to question how possible this is going to become. This is not going to be easy either, since blue shells target first place. Welcome back, DK. Turns out that targeting people is harder when you got blue shells and green shells. Even though this is definitely a very scenic drive. Yeah. I know. I feel those on the Wednesday. Oh! Am I random or something? Oh, what up? What we got doing a lap of this? Oh god, no. You know what? I did it! He got 13th. He got 14th place, actually. Cropland got 14th place. That's a win. I'm curious how the wind makes. You know what? My college is a very windy place, so I understand how taking out the trash can make that hard. I mean, how even taking out the trash can be hard under the wind, especially if the wind speeds exceed 20 miles an hour. I might have to agree with them all. Actually, let me take a quick pause and check Jamboree. After all, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I already have 12 out of the 30 maps cleared. I forget this game exists, ironically because it's been Switch 2 edition. I might say them all as well. I think it's a lot. I think it's most people's favorite. Although, I mean, I also wouldn't. Yeah, I really enjoy the maps, though. I mean, I also enjoy the Bowser one. This one, I think, is underutilized. I wish to visit that more often. It's really nice. Classic. I'm glad they returned this. Music always puts a smile on my face. This is not my favorite. This one, eh. This one, okay, it's nice, but yeah, eh. So yeah, probably this or that. Alright, let's keep the game going. Oh. I mean, it's possibly could win a Switch 2 at a Crane game. Or see if there's one on sale on eBay. That could relieve things. If that helps. Maybe? But yeah, I agree. The economy can definitely throw people off course. Let's check the polls. And we're still going for green shell and blue shell. Well, let me make things spicier and add a new item. But I totally understand what you're saying. And to an extent. Price can be completely thrown off the whack. Whoops. I think I always think about the high prices. If something's always too expensive, like a video game console. So an alternative I've always thought about was winning a console. Like if they switch through a crane game, and you could technically get that console for a much lower price. Of course, or you could end up losing a lot more. But then again, that's gambling. And of course, there's always a console on sale. There's always that as well. So those are two ideas off the top of my mind if you're concerned about the price of something. But to be fair, yes, I will admit. I mean, even not just video games, but I think a lot of things, products I see out there, prices compared to 10 years ago, definitely feel like a steeper price cut. Which I don't know how to say about it. I mean, it does make me feel a bit uncomfortable. I'm surprised why my vote isn't increasing. Oh, I limited myself to one vote. That explains something. Fair. I think I also did state this back last year as well. If Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't perform as well as the company hopes, I'm sure their next objective would be to find some way to make the console more obtainable. Because I totally understand the fact how high prices can scare off customers. I think that's completely reasonable. Alright, let's go and pivot a corner. Down Denim Jungle, here we are. What's our objective? Before we begin. Sabotage again. Alright, we're going after Bowser Jr. I'll say. Of course though, when things go expensive and you really want them, of course I'll be real for this Nintendo Switch 2. Video games are always going to be a want. They're never going to be something people need. Even if they think they do. Okay, where's Bowser Jr.? Being in a place where Kart 24/7 isn't good, we'll just switch and since Coin System whatever into overdrive. Fair enough. What did you say again? I shouldn't ask any personal questions. Actually, so I'm going to avoid that. Well, now that I think about it, I do remember the Switch 2 Direct stated that they did have a stronger cooling engine. Well, I'm not test that out. I have to find a game that actually puts the cooling into overdrive. Oh, maybe Phasmophobia is the answer. It sucks when I'm playing a game I play with my best friends I've known since 2017. Yeah. Okay, Bowser Jr. got third place, which is in the top half, which means that I failed the objective here. Oof. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what to say here. Oh yeah, the heating systems. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. I usually put my Switch on... Well, when I stream, I have my Switch on dock. But I tell you, my laptop, that heats up a lot more. Thinking about getting a new one, but I'll have to decide if it's worth it or not. But yeah, it's all the economic decisions. What are my hopes for the upcoming Direct? Ooh, good question. I will first state this right now. I'm not setting any expectations. That's the word. That's the word. Stewardess, yes. Sorry, I was just thinking about something last night. I got to my mom. Or an offer. Anyway, my hopes for upcoming Direct. Well, of course, my visceral hope would be to always see a new 3D Mario game. And, and not only that brings some good back some memories, but also nostalgia. I'm not sure if I want to see a new Kirby game or not. I mean, I'd hope they'd take more of a Star Alley direction than retcon the past series. But I haven't seen anything Kirby related in a while, so I'd hope to see that. I care more about what the games would contain rather than what would be revealed. But yeah, with Donkey Kong Bonanza, I don't think a new 3D Mario is coming anytime soon. Let's do that right now. I also would say, actually, let's take this normalcy, which is futile. Do not set your expectations high at all. There are definitely going to be a lot of partner presentations. Well, I forgot another thing. I do hope they actually reveal the release date for Danganronpa 2x2. That would be interesting to know. Which is weird for me to expect that out of Nintendo Direct, since that's not a Nintendo game, but here I am. That would be something I'm looking forward to. What else? I mean, I heard that one of my friends, my mother's friend's son, works at Square Enix, or the company that works for Dragon Quest. They usually have something revealed there for Direct, even though Dragon Quest hasn't been something I've gone into yet. I know about the series' existence. I know it's a hit RPG. It's not something I've gotten into. I could try it someday. Still think, look forward to. I mean, but yeah, seeing Luigi Dimension 4 would be nice. I do think it would be about that time. But who knows? We'll see. And for anything, I'd hope they would not reveal. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm glad that they're actually taking the time for the next Pokemon game. Seriously. A big despair I had last year was that they would release Pokemon Rush to Pokemon Gen 10 for 2025. I'm so happy that they're taking their time. And they're putting it in 2027. I was looking for 2026. For them to be pushed back then. For them to push it back the year after really makes me optimistic. That's might get me into Pokemon again at this rate. But we'll see. Don't count the eggs before they hatch. Seriously, I mean that. I can tell you a number of times I've had my hopes set high for Nintendo stuff, only to be disappointed. So, the thing I would really recommend is try to minimize your expectations. That would make the outcome much better for you. I just heard a big bang. Is someone setting off fireworks? I'd hope so too. But honestly, even if I had the money to buy a Switch 2, even though technically it's my parents' money, one thing I also realized when I was starting to second guess if this is the best thing for integrity, a lot of people are not going to want to hear this, but the old Nintendo is dead. I really don't think that the old Nintendo is going to come back at all. Or like Nintendo's not going to ever be in a state that it was in the Wii U era or the GameCube era. It's not about Russian. If this succeeds, they're just going to keep it up. If it doesn't, it's going to become lost media and it's just going to die down. And they're only going to focus on the things that do become hits. And things that don't will just run ruin. Right. If you have the money to buy, for those who have the money to buy a Switch 2 and not to buy, I would only, if you're doing it to protest, you're only going to be suffering yourself. I would only refuse to buy a Nintendo console if I'm ready to move on. Which, in this position, I was not. Oh shit, I forgot. And I did not get 20 points. Oof. Okay, things are starting to get spicy now. I will also acknowledge this. I know a lot of people out there do criticize Nintendo and all. While I do occasionally critique Nintendo at times, I don't make it a habit or policy. Or something to do regular. Especially since I think there's a lot bigger fish in the ocean people should be going after. Like Roblox. Okay, let me decide what the next objective is going to be. Actually, they did remake Dark Moon. So they could be onto something. They did port Mario Galaxies 1 and 2 to build some anticipation for Mario Galaxy movie. Although I was right on about them planning something Star Fox by seeing Star Fox the movie. I personally am not a huge fan of the Star Fox designs. I feel like the game would perform much better if they went for an art direction more in line with the movie. But I feel like the target audience is going to be, they tried to put the target audience to an uncanny demographic that it's going to miss the mark. It also reminds me that I heard that Raven Legends getting remade, which I also heard they're getting new stuff. Although I'm also going to sound like a cynical butthole for saying this, but I honestly hate the direction it's going in. Especially with the Castle Rock. While some clips looked like an improvement, like the opening felt like a huge downgrade. And some of the scenes and some of the animations, the characters feel a lot less animated. And a lot more monotone. Where the original 2013 release, even that, felt like it had a lot more character and personality to it. The remake feels a lot more bland. God, it's actually hard to pinch here. Wow. I mean, that's a fair reason. That's a fair reason. I'll give you that part. Now, be real. That game is still part of my childhood as well. If I were to ever get the remake, like this remake, I'd have to see what value I'd get out of the new one. What the new stuff would contain. Because I'll be real, like, I think that Mario & Luigi Bowser's Story remake is actually a hidden gem. But mostly because, especially compared to Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minion, not only did they do a massive visual overhaul to a game deserving of a remake, which I'm going to say because both Bowser's Story, actually I could also say Partners in Time, but that game never got remade, and Superstar Saga, I would consider those to be virtual games. Oh, if it's an unfinished build, then that's a different story completely. Then I'm going to cut some slack. I was under the impression like that I thought it was finished, and that was the package. And if it's unfinished and they're still working on it, then of course I'm going to cut some slack and wait. And once again, I'll wait for the full thing to release and then put my final verdict. Right? I've got some potential, but I will say, I will still remain vigilant and say that it still has work to go through. Alright, final stretch. Stretch of the night. Let's do this. That's odd. That really reminds me of what I've heard of a certain quote I've heard from Demeach. H. The quote stating, "It's not unfinished. It's just incomplete." It reminds me of that. That's so much. Like, here's what you imply from that. I'm getting some of an idea. Yeah. What do you mean by it's almost done but not quite finished? Because I understand, and from a point of view, those could be mean the same things. Although I'm guessing they don't, from what you're implying. Well, actually, now that I think about it, but I now have some concerns for Ubisoft. I do remember hearing the Rayman and Legends remake was getting a release date for October. That's not far from now. Oh. He's, a certain Nintendo retrospective critique that I've watched in time. I did see him start to grow in 2022. He's not a grifter at all. In fact, he even praises Nintendo Works when appropriate. Although, sometimes he does go nuclear on certain games. Which some of them are pretty funny. Yeah, I do hope to see more Mario Luigi game. I do hope they bring that back to the boss arena. I love that thing. Minigame hubs. I think the final boss for Brothership was pretty good. That proves out points. I'd say I'd be hoping for a next Mario and Luigi game, but now that I think about it, I mean, the Earthbound franchise has last title was Mother 3 that never got localized officially and came out in 2006. Therefore, Undertale became a thing. I realized if a franchise is going to die, someone else is just going to create a copyright-free replica that's better. Or that fits their image. No, I choked it! No, I choked it! What have I done? I had it! I choked it! What have I done? Huh, interesting. What I usually remember is that the final boss of all the other Mario and Luigi games is some version of Bowser. No offense. I mean, we had a special version of Bowser and Brothership. I count that as a mid-season finale. No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect to either side. Okay, you know what? You're right there. We're right there. Although, I mean... Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I want to shift gears. Go for Peach Beach. I realize I see what you mean here. Here, you got Calculated Soul, you fight Bowletta, you basically have the fake out victory, and then you let your guard down and start the real final battle with one heart. Alright, partners in time. You fight Princess Troop, then you find out she has an older twin sister, You fight her, and then she turns to a mushroom, and then it gets fed to Bowser. And then you have to fight him. Even though that part's basically very easy. Then in the third game, you fight Dark Bowser as Bowser, and then you fight them. Interesting. Now I go on to Dream Team. Did the same thing. And I remember easily cheesing the final boss by using the gold badge and the miracle badge to freeze time, and then just go nuclear on the core, which is freely exposed, and then boom, he's dead in like 2 turns. Although I would consider Phantasma to be a penultimate boss, rather than a final boss. Especially the fact that you could save the game before the final battle. Which you know could be a cheap way of addressing it. I mean, Phantasma's EX version, that's a different story. That, I think, I struggled on so much. That I find more memorable for its difficulty. Although for the core base of Phantasma, I fucking held back. I will say, in retrospect, my Dream Team did a good job building the universe. Taking advantage of the characters they had, making some good returns. Oh, come on! And of course, you're Luigi. You can't forget that. Too bad we're not going to see a repeat of that, basically. Heard an acquaintance at one point say that 2018 may have been the year of Donkey Kong. It wasn't. I mean, I got some idea, but missed him already. And yeah, then there's Paper Jam Bowser, which I will say, design-wise, they definitely took something out. And it's still a hit above the rest. Not to mention that this is the first time they actually put a 3D model of the final boss. Which, I'll be real, that definitely puts an uncanny, unsettling vibe in. And I did not get points, so there you go. I am sucking now. I am sucking balls. Alright, last match of the night. Wario Shipyard. You want fun? Wario show you fun. What? Okay, we got Sabotage. Alright, Mario, you're up. I'll say the bosses are definitely decent. But could be better. How does Reclusa compare? Or fail in that regard, should I say. Yes, I got Mario! There we go. Not so fast, Mario. You're staying here with me. There we go. It's gonna take our nice, precious time in the back. There we go. Gonna make a comeback. He's catching up. There we go. Okay, good. Mario's falling behind. Oh, you've got me. Well, I think I took the L on that one, clearly. How did he... He passed me. I just had him sunk. Ow! Well, anyway, I'm gonna watch sport with my parents. That's another That's another truck I have failed to claim. That's been 2 hours. It's been a blast. Let's say, as much as I want to keep going, I gotta take care of my stuff, and my parents have their bedtimes. Well, I might have to find a different time to start this again. And, man, now I got 3 viewers, which might be a high number now. Ooh, interesting. That reminds me, there's this game on my phone called Clash of Critters. That kind of reminds me of that game. It also feels like a combination of Plants vs. Zombies in its way, and also pachinko machines. It might be heavily advertised on the App Store. At some point, maybe I can showcase it. Actually, you know what? I probably could. Now, let me be real. Mobile games are a lot more parasitic than console games. Just so we're clear. But also, console games are meant to be played on TV or a computer. Mobile games are meant to be played on your phone. So if I rig my game capture, maybe it's different. I gotta check that out. I've seen some Pokemon, but I have not learned the Pokemon from Gen 9. Maybe I should at some point. Maybe I'm holding back because I hope that I can try play at some point, and then be surprised by what Pokemon get introduced. Interesting. A guard dog Pokemon. I understand. I can understand. Come on, does boost dex not work? Come on, you opportunistic scumbags, let me play the game! Guys still here? Just want to check. Make sure that Oh, my program's not responding. Oh no. I got application error. This is not good. say things. That's true. But there's still a lot of Pokemon they can add. They add Pokemon Sushi. They also add a fighting octopus Pokemon. Before that, they only had one octopus Pokemon known as an Octillery. Let's see, what else? What else did they also not have? Okay, they have a variety of... Ah. Bloop, bloop, your program starts responding. Please exit season observations 404. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Machines can be difficult at times. They can be very difficult. As you can see, that was Godzilla. Well, maybe I could show off my Cookie Run Kingdom through this as well at some point as well. I'm sure some people will be interested to see how long I've... Okay, what the flip? Alright, it's a mobile game. It's played on mobile. Ah, what's happening? It's not wrong at all. Let me in, let me in! That's true. It could be next to Carlos, especially if Carlos is based on French. I mean, especially now that I realize that Revenant's the French ghost. You've seen the ads. Do you know what false advertising is? Well, I suppose you're right. Well, that would have been nice for an overtime, but I suppose it's time for me to wrap up. So I would say my stream nights is it's being difficult. I'm sure you recognize the icon, but like, I've seen the ads. Don't worry about it. Cool enough. To be real though, the game has actually been fun to play. So what I'm doing is using my BlueStacks account along with my phone account as two different accounts and have them work together to basically give myself an advantage without spending a single coin. Yep. I'll tell you, they also have some very silly dialogue. I have choices in this game. Well, I suppose I'm stuck in this position. Favorite Pokemon type is either Dragon, Ground, Poison. My favorite Pokemon type is Dragon. By a long slide. It might be Fire or Steel. So, Tier 4 evolutions. Those would be cool. Those would be so cool. Even though we have Mega evolutions. So that might be something. Okay. The post talk was nice. I'm going to watch some Floor with my parents, which is a reality show where people must basically rapid fire talk images based on what they're seeing with this TV. It's got the host's name, but yeah. I maybe could make me more of a cultured person, or make me realize how uncultured I really am. It's been fun, chat, and I'll see you all next time. Maybe tomorrow if I've got nothing better to do. But anyway, I got those posts, I got those videos, I've got stuff going. I love using poisonous Pokemon that can use Venom Shock and Toxic Spikes. That's true. It might be. It's gonna sound weird for me to say this. I thought poison type Pokemon should be strong against electric type Pokemon. Especially since ground type moves are the only thing that can affect electric Pokemon. I always found that weird. Anyway, as far as this is, I'll get to the Switch server if I was over, and of course, I'm always open to chat through comments. It's been fun. I'm going to take my leave now. Until then, I'll see you next time. Take care.